Fox News has watched as the protests have developed, and they've seen the massive swing in opinion towards Black Lives Matter. The movement has become more popular than ever before, but they're not going to take that sitting down. So Waters World, which is a thing on Fox News, put up a graphic designed to scare you away from supporting this movement by pointing out what it is that they actually want. And I want to address some of these because they are scary. Francesca, did you know that the movement for Black Lives Matter wants things like no bail and releasing prostitutes from jail and not killing people in jail and making sure people are educated and have health care? What?
Publicly financed campaigns. That's very scary.
What?
Obviously, the graphics team at Fox does it again. There is totally a lefty mole inside of that whole team. Like, so hats off to them. Keep your job and keep on producing these amazing graphics, as if you don't know that it will become an immediate meme. And you're basically memeing yourself at that point.
It's a self-memeing, a classic self-memeing.
You're self-owning, self-memeing. And it's what's so great about this is that the movement for Black Lives is super broad, and it is about economic justice, and it is about climate justice. It is about the military budget shrinking so we can redistribute those funds into communities that need it, into infrastructure. And so, you know, they could have put sort of the more like defund the police parts, or, you know, no cash bail, or I don't know, whatever they think is scary about racial justice. But they didn't. They were like, hey, look at how incredibly expansive. It's almost like racial justice is the key to a healthier democracy. I don't know. And so it's great. It's just, yeah, hey, doing our work for us.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get a couple of these, maybe like when you say something vague like redistribute the wealth, which I love that it's, if like I think they mean something to do with taxes there. Like if you imply that people who work for a living should get more money, it's redistributing the wealth. If you push for, you know, cutting corporate taxes literally in half, which is what they did, that's not redistributing wealth. No, that's how framing works. But anyway,
they do have defund the police. I lied, but still,
yeah. Well, so, and that I understand there were concerns about that messaging. I don't think it's really worked out the way the critics thought. Originally, reparations is going to be considered, you know, dangerous, even though I can only imagine how much benefit there would be to the economy if they actually did that. And cutting the military budget, shockingly, despite individual wars becoming far less popular over time, that is still considered extreme. It's mind-blowing to me all the good we could do and still have the biggest military in the world if we cut it by 50% or more. But anyway, what this reminded, I think you alluded to this, it reminds a lot of people of when Sean Hannity tried to fearmonger over AOC by posting literally my dreams in a graphic back in 2018. No, she supports women's rights? She supports seniors in America, in this economy?
There's such a Turing test.
Crazy.
If you're a right winger, though, like they're ink blot tests to see if you're a right winger, because like the first thing on the movement for Black Lives is like reparations. So it's like if you're triggered by that, you know, you might be a right winger, you might be a racist, even, you know. So it's like I get it. They've improved a little bit, but it's still kind of a wonderful roadmap, and we should all look at the movement for Black Lives, which has put out these proposals. And, you know, I would just say that to Black Lives Matter's credit, for example, in Los Angeles, they're putting out whole new city budgets, right? Called the People's Budget. And it's basically like, hey, city council, here is how you can move money from things like unnecessary law enforcement, which is killing Black Americans, into education, into healthcare, into things that we really need. And so kudos to them. I mean, again, this movement is broad. This movement is inclusive. This movement is transformative.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure, I guess some old conservatives look at that and think, oh, no. But I don't know. Are college age Republicans looking at it and thinking that's that's Mao. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they see Mao everywhere they turn. Publicly financed campaigns, like the Nazis did. I don't know. That's the strategy. I guess they know what they're doing. They're the masters of propaganda.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.